Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna do a classic rock reaction, man. This is Aerosmith Unplugged. And I guess back in the 90s, they had done a number of shows, I believe, that went with the Unplugged feature. So I know that they've done really, really well with this on MTV. I've just never seen it in its entirety. I believe I saw one or two pieces, but maybe this will rehash my memory once I go through it. So this is Aerosmith Unplugged, and 14 tracks here, and I can't recall what year. It's back in the 90s though. Anyway, I just want to first give a shout out and thanks to Jeff Ketchledge, one of my 21 Jeffs. Damn, man. Jeff, thank you, man. I appreciate the recommendation. Jeff says, "Hey Wayne, this has never been officially released by the band, although I'm pretty sure that Columbia released it, as I see the CD is available on Amazon. But the Aerosmith Unplugged show was great. One standout that most people remember from it is the band's cover of The Doors' Love Me Two Times. I love the fast, slow version of Train Kept a Rollin' they do here, and I also love this version of Dream On, performed with a harpsichord. Here's the links." Right on, man. Yeah, and so in regards to the 14 tracks, where it comes to album reactions, Jeff, I totally understand. He offered that I take out a couple of these tracks, but we'll keep it in, Jeff, and this is the reason why. I was late getting to one of your reactions. Whenever someone sends me a recommendation, I put it in a folder and then usually I push save. Sometimes if I don't push save, things get lost in those cracks, right? This is what happened to Jeff's previous reaction. So he hit me up 3 months later and he said, "Hey, yo, man, I think something went wrong." Sure enough, something did go wrong. So this follow-up reaction that we're doing now, I'm doing it in less the amount of time that usually the wait period would be. So it's just to compensate you for that, Jeff. And also I'm going to do all 14 tracks as well, value exchange to compensate you. But thank you for the consideration, recognizing my limits of 10 tracks per album reaction. With that said, long ass intro out of the way, let's hit this up, man. Aerosmith Unplugged, and we're going all the way. There's 2 videos in the mix here that I can see, so that'll be interesting. It's long, it's over an hour long, so let's get it, okay? I was just about to turn off the damn camera. Let's get it. Cheers. Hangman Jury.
Talking about the first time we got laid. Sing, whoa boy, don't you lie on the track like a whoa boy, don't you lie on the track. Whoa boy, don't you lie on the track like a whoa boy, don't you lie on the track. And if I could, I surely would stand on the rock that Moses stood. Whoa boy, don't you lie on the track like a whoa boy, don't you lie on the track. Whoa boy, don't you lie on the track like a hey boy, don't you lie on the track. Drank so much hooch it made my eyes begin to blurry. They say I nailed up to the wall. A stitch in time don't mean a thing, no hangman jewelry could make me cry, 'cause I'm a palm.
Wouldn't it be nice to be there? such a character, whether you're seeing him or not. Steven Tyler. Where do you put him on your list of great frontmen? Top 10?
And every night she take her feet into the city, and in the morning make me beg. 'Cause if I take it all of real titty gritty, I'll smack her right upside the head, boy. When you long jack it like a head, boy. When you long jack it like a head, boy. When you when love comes tumbling down. When love comes tumbling, tumbling, tumbling down. Yeah, yeah. When love comes tumbling down. Yeah, when love comes tumbling.
He's a great harmonica player as well.
Poor boy sitting in the hot summer night, hangman waiting in the early morning light. Saying, well, boy, don't you lie on the track like a head, boy, don't you lie on the track. Hey, boy, don't you lie on the track like a head, boy, don't you lie on the track. If I could, I surely would stand on a rock Joe Perry done stood, saying, whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track like a head, boy, don't you lie on the track. Yeah, boy, don't you lie on the track like a head, boy, don't you lie on the train.
Nice.
Yeah. Good evening, welcome to Unplugged. Yeah.
Jeff, why the hell don't we have video to this, man?
Good evening, welcome to Unplugged. Many of you know I got to get that monkey off my back. And I did. Whoa, it's me. I've been dying. Got to get that monkey all over my bed. the shack. Where do you draw the line when all your friends are dying? You got to get that monkey off your back.
You gotta be some good to even think or consider going unplugged on such a big stage like MTV. You better be damn good. It's nothing like an appreciative and enthusiastic crowd.
Oh yeah, welcome to the Ed Sullivan Theater. I believe we once saw the Doors here many, many years ago. And in memory of them, Jim Morrison that is, we're gonna do a song, entitled Love Me Two Times.
Aerosmith and the Doors. This was my first Doors reaction during my anti-war.
Could not speak. Love the one time, baby. You know my knees got weak. Love me two times, girl. Love me all through the week. Love me two times. Love the way. Love me two times, baby.
was excellent.
It's that time of year.
That was excellent.
And those seasons of wither.
Seasons of Wither.
Hearted lady, sleepy was she. Love for the devil brought her to me. Seeds of 1,000 drawn to her sin. Seasons of wither, holding me. Ooh, woe is me, I feel so bad for you. Ooh, woe is me, I feel so badly for you. In time, bound to lose your mind. Live on borrowed time. Take the wind right out of your sail. 1,000 drawn to her sin. Seasons of wither holding me. Ooh, oh, with me, I feel so bad.
Very nice. Very good. Brothers got skills.
This next song is for you.
He's obviously talking to a lady, right?
No sense. I tried to get her going. Wanna whip out my big 10-inch record of a band that plays the blues. Well, band that plays the blues. She just loves my big 10-inch record of my baby blues. When we see the lovers quench, see if she's all excited when she begs for the big 10-inch record of a man who plays the blues. Well, man who plays the blues. She just loves my blues, honey.
Sounds like such a good time, good party. Sexy sex. The things these guys can get away with. That was great. Great fun. And here we go. One-way street. Smokestack lightning. This just reminded me that the Eagles also did an Unplugged. Man, I would love to see that as well.
Well, smokestack lightning, can't you hear me calling? Can't you hear me calling your name? Tell your daddy and your mama that it's up. Tell your sister and your brother and kiss up. Tell your mama and your daddy that it's up. Oh, tell me one time. Ooh, I'm on. Ooh, I'm on. Ooh. Well, smokestack lightning, can't you hear me calling? Can't you hear me calling your name? Ooh, ooh, yeah. Ooh,
Nice jam. Dream on. I knew they would work for that.
every time I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. The past is gone. In the night, like dusk to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody got to do the line of pay. Oh, I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know it's everybody's sin. You got to lose to know how to win.
Got to lose to know how to win. I love that line.
Hey, my life's in a book's written pages. know it's true. All the things you do come back to you. Sing we may sing for the year, sing for laughter, sing for the tear. Sing we may just for the day, never tomorrow. Good love take you away.
Man, could you imagine being there? I bet you everybody got chills. Yeah, they love that. Milk Cow Blues.
Well, I tried everything just to get along with you. I'm gonna tell you just what I'm gonna do. Well, steal your daddy's moonshine. Wait until it's night. Make love until the cows come home. Before it gets too late, won't you please? Don't that sun look good going down? Well, you best believe I love you, baby, when your old man ain't around. Would you please? Don't that sun look good going down? Would you please? Don't that sun look good going down? Well, the moon looks so lonesome when your old man ain't around.
He's a great hand player. Here are those fortunate souls that might have been here in attendance back in the days of the Unplugged performances. Let me know about that, man. That'd be so good.
things that you love. Remind you of all of the things that you learned from tears. Nothing is ever the gift. Voices scream, laugh and sing, dreams of dreams. So I looked at Joe Perry and I said, toys, you got toys, you got toys. Rainy and head toys, you got toys, you got toys. Rainy and head toys, yeah, toys, Rainy and head toys, I got toys, you got toys. Rainy and head.
I'm just wondering how much it cost to actually see this back in the 90s. MTV Unplugged. Guess it doesn't matter. It would have been worth it. So this is over a period of maybe 2 days, 2 shows. Dog. Sexy sax makes everything better.
Mary, Mary, quiet, contrary. How does your garden grow? Well, silver bells and little bitty bitty white shells. Bird maids all in a row, whoa, walking your dog. I'm just a rocking dog. You don't know how to do it. I'll show you how to walk it on. You don't know how to do it. I'll show you how to walk it on. You don't know how to do it. I'll show you how to walk it on.
What a fun time.
Yeah, let's do it. No, we'll do the first part and the second part. First part and second part. First part and second part. All right, we're gonna get laid back. We're gonna do a shot. Come on.
Damn, man, we need video. Oh, to the great Yardbirds.
Well, on a chain, I met a dame. She drive a handsome, what kind of love the same? Well, she was pretty from New York City. I'm walking down that old bad lane on the heat. I'm in love, but I just couldn't tell her. Sing it to me. Chain kept on rolling. Chain kept on rolling. Chain kept on rolling. Chain kept on rolling. On the heat. I'm in love, but I just couldn't tell her.
What a jam.
Get along, sweet little woman, get along. On your way, get along. Sweet little woman, get along. On your way, on the heat. I'm in love, but I just couldn't tell her. Listen to the voice. Well, what made her stop at Albuquerque? She must have thought I was a real cool Jack. Got out the train, looking handsome. Looking so good, Jack, I couldn't let her go. Tell me, chain kept on rolling. Chain kept on rolling. Chain kept on rolling. On the heat, I'm in love, but I just couldn't tell her.
gotta love that guy, man. Right on. So they did it in reverse. Fast and then slow. That was excellent. You talk about a great jam. Holy. You can't do much better.
I gotta take the belt down for this.
Last time.
Here we go.
Great joke, Perry. What a great night out. Damn.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Standing out for sure. And that's cool. They're so close they can actually touch him. Take a bow, gents. Take a bow. Right on. That was awesome. Holy. Unplugged. Like I said, man, you gotta have some talent. You gotta be the real shit to put yourself out there and say that you're gonna be doing something unplugged. Let me tell you, you gotta have some serious skills, some talent, right? That was excellent, man. That was excellent. Could you imagine, getting all dressed up and going out, such a nice, intimate little venue like that, and you're sitting around, this great band, and they're doing an unplugged concert for you. You're getting the rawness of it, you're getting them talking to each other, and, especially that part where Steven is saying, hey, let's do this the other way around before they started getting into Train Kept It Rolling. All of those little things, Fantastic, man. That, to me, is a good time out. And if you were gonna come over and hang out with me, you're like, yo, Wayne, what are we gonna do tonight, man? I'd be like, yo, we're gonna get our asses down to the MTV studios tonight, and we're gonna take in some Unplugged. That's what we'll be doing. Damn, man. That's what I'm talking about. So, with that very long piece of footage, the concert here, I'm not going to do a lot of talking in regards to the review portion, so let's just go right into it. And we all know Aerosmith. They don't need an introduction. So let's go right into it, man. MTV Unplugged. So MTV Unplugged is an American TV series on MTV showcasing musical artists usually playing acoustic instruments. The show aired regularly from 89 to 99 and less frequently from 2000 to 2009, when it was usually billed as MTV Unplugged number 2.0. Why less frequently? Answer that for me if you know. Since 2009, MTV Unplugged specials have aired occasionally, sometimes online only. Maybe it was waning in popularity and the novelty wore off, or there just wasn't enough really credible unplugged talent to go around to do it consistently. Maybe it was that. If there's anything else, let me know. Episodes and specials have tended to showcase one artist or group playing a combination of their hit songs and covers. Many of the artists who appeared on the show in the 90s released their Unplugged session as an album, and some of these albums were commercial and critical hits. Damn. Yo, now they're going down the list. And they're breaking down what year and how many copies of the album sold and all kinds of shit. Damn. Eric Clapton, Mariah Carey, Rod Stewart, 10,000 Maniacs, Tony Bennett, Page and Plant, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, Shakira, Ricky Martin, Lauryn Hill, Alicia Keys, Mariah Carey. Damn. The show received the George Foster Peabody Award and 3-time Primetime Emmy nominations, and 3 Primetime Emmy nominations in its original form. A limited run reboot of MTV Unplugged came in 2009, featuring 6 acts, which won the Emmy Award for Best New Approach. Okay, I'd like to see what that new approach entailed. As of 2021, several episodes are available to watch on Paramount. Okay. So Aerosmith, and this is a review that Jeff had sent me to read about their performance here. So this review is coming from iloveclassicrock.com, entitled Aerosmith Unplugged Review. Aerosmith's MTV Unplugged proves their greatness in rock. It's a long-ass title. When it comes to live performances, Aerosmith has what it takes to dominate the stage. The American rockers consist of Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, Tom Hamilton, Joey Kramer, and Brad Whitford, and are sometimes referred to as the Bad Boys from Boston, or America's Greatest Rock Band, which all makes sense if you know their reputation by heart. And the Toxic Twins, I remember that. At the start of a new decade, the 90s, Aerosmith was deemed as a power group once again, taking advantage of their newfound fame from their latest album, Pump, and embarking on an extremely successful tour. After a string of scandals and commercial failures in the early 80s, this is definitely the win that they deserved. I'm going back in time here. I remember doing Aerosmith, and it's funny because they did a Doors cover. And I remember when we were doing Artist of the Month, and it was dead even between the Doors and Aerosmith, and we had to do kind of like a re-vote just to get the winner out of those two. And here they are doing a Doors cover, really interesting. But going back in time there, I think I was only able to get the first 7 or 8 albums done for Aerosmith, and it was mainly focusing on their 70s career. And I know they had a little bit of an 80s career and then some lapse, and then they picked up again. But I have to go back in time. The memory is fuzzy in regards to how far I got. And I lost my damn way. To maximize their popularity more, they decided to book a gig on the ever-famous MTV Unplugged television series, which showcased themselves without the luxury of studio tricks, just pure talent and energy. The event was recorded live at the Ed Sullivan Studios in New York on August the 11th, 1990. Okay, 1990. Starting the jam session in an awkward yet humorous way, Aerosmith then displayed to everyone how much talent they are made of. The live setting proved the band's ever-glowing greatness in rock, a key component to Aerosmith's longevity inside the changing dynamics of our music scene. Absolutely. Yeah, man. If you want to talk about a band, give an example of a band who had a great amount of success in the 70s, changed themselves up a little bit, and then went into the 80s and then beyond, and they're still relevant today, Aerosmith definitely is one of those artists immediately that'll come to mind. And even though their success and their popularity waned in the 80s, as they're suggesting here, well, you had a new generation coming in, a new generation that had to discover them and fall in like with them. And yeah, man, it's like navigating through rapids, going from the 70s into the 80s and trying to reestablish yourself, remake yourself. Everything has to change, and some artists don't navigate those rapids very successfully. You know what I'm saying? So here they are, they're still relevant, and they're masters. I believe they're in the Hall of Fame, are they not? Let me know about that. I'm pretty sure Aerosmith is in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, man, so I'm telling you, these guys, and they are, I've mentioned this many times, they have an energy of fun about them, just like Van Halen. I consider them sister bands in the sense that they really have a lot of fun doing what they do. They make you feel that they're having fun, even though you're not seeing them visually, you're hearing it. You can tell. Of course, it has to do with the enthusiasm of the two frontmen, being David Lee Roth and Steven Tyler here, but just in the playing, just in the style, just in the structure of the music and the sound and everything like that, they sound like they're having fun. I'm talking about both bands. I consider them sister bands. All right, of course they've got their own unique ways about them. I got to put that in there because some people are going to jump on me. I said that a number of times back in the day, and holy shit, man, was I ever put through it. Anyway, sorry about the background noise. There's a couple of big trucks backing up and making noise. So, man, yeah, going forward, I just got, I believe another Jeff out there has another Aerosmith for me. Got to look at my notes. And then I've also got reactions I got to do. Sasha, Randy, Cole, Don, running just a little bit late, so forgive me for that, but I'll catch up, man. So looking forward to those recommendations, what you got going on. And what else was I gonna say? There was something else along the course of this reaction, and I didn't make a note. Sometimes, you know, you see me typing, I'm making notes that comes to me, but I didn't do it this time. Damn, now I'll remember as soon as I turn the camera off. I hate that so much, man. I can't remember what I was going to tell you. Anyways, this was great. Jeff, thank you very much. This was excellent and really a good time. And I'm telling you, I was visualizing myself being in the mix of the crowd. What a great time that would have been, man. I'm telling you, fantastic. A great evening out. That's what I'm going to call it. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a good one, man. Take care. Fingers crossed with me that this is going to make it onto YouTube. I don't know with the algorithm how it's going to treat an unplugged format or whatever the case is, but I'll be pleasantly surprised if it makes it onto YouTube. And if it doesn't, by now you know the drill. You know how to find my content that doesn't get up onto YouTube. Anyways, have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you later. Peace.